air the YouTube, that constitutes open court for purposes of the pandemic. And that's what allows us to do it this way. So I do need to tend to that and make sure it's really happening. Okay, we're back on. Okay, so I do want to let you know that, so the accusation, it comes in the form of the ticket or the summons. And then a plea is a way to answer. So when you're giving a plea, you're giving your answer or your response to the accusation. And there are 3 pleading options: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. And of course, we're presumed to be not guilty, but there are 3 ways to enter a plea. If you plead guilty, you're saying, I did this, okay? If you plead not guilty, you're not saying I didn't do it, though. You're saying I'm contesting it. The state needs to prove the case against me, okay? So you're contesting it, you're asking for a trial. If you plead no contest, you're saying, I'm not going to say I did it. I'm not going to say I didn't do it. I'm not going to contest it. Move forward, judge. Sentence me. So if you plead guilty or no contest, we're moving forward with sentencing. If you plead not guilty, we're moving to the pretrial docket. And again, in connection with that pretrial docket, we're almost at 20 minutes into the meeting. If I call your name, don't worry if I don't call your name. But right now, if I'm calling your name, you need to speak up. Yanni Allen, Kia Neal, Arturo Rodriguez Murillo. Okay, Ms. Rice, if people show up now at this point, they're too late for court today. So Ms. Rice, you're excused at this time. Thank you for being here and being ready. I'll get with you if I need to on any of those matters, but they will move to warrant otherwise.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next thing I want to let you know is, even if you plead guilty or no contest, we're moving that case into sentencing. There's still 4 ways to gain a dismissal. They are, I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm going to quickly tell you how they work, and then we're going to get started, okay? So those dismissal options are, if it's something that the law designates that can be brought up to date for compliance, if you qualify for a driver safety course option, if you ask for and are granted a deferred disposition, or if you qualify for teen court, okay? So compliance are things where the law designates you can bring the matter up to date and gain a dismissal. It's very detail specific. I'm not going to expect you to know those details. I'll walk you through that, okay? You're welcome to ask questions, but that one, since there's so many details, I don't expect people to know. So I'll walk you through it and we'll see if we can get you there, okay? The second option is, if you qualify and you want to do a driver safety course option, you can get moving violations off your record. Let me talk to you just real quickly about how court costs and fines work in the state of Texas. So every ticket has a court cost and a fine, okay? The court cost is set by the legislature for the state. The fine is set by the judge of the court, that would be me. When I give you a number, or if a clerk gave you the number, they gave you the whole number, both of those things combined. In the driver safety course option, you pay the court cost, okay? And you have to pay it all at once. It's not cheap. Those range from $140 to $169, okay, depending on the offense. So we collect that. And then you have a 90-day window to bring back your course and your driving record. And we dismiss the ticket, and the rest of the balance, the fine, it's on hold. And if you complete it on time successfully, I dismiss the ticket and the fine I waive, okay? Again, you've got to qualify to be in the program. You have to do everything exactly the way it's required to be done, or you bump yourself out of that program. If you sign up for that program today, please get very clear when you do your written paperwork with the clerk what's expected, but it's basically a course on time, a driving record on time from the state of Texas, a specific type of course, a specific type of record, okay? So that option will save you money. even though you pay for your course and your record, it's cheaper than your ticket, and it will keep it from being reported as a conviction to the state. Oftentimes, it will help you with your insurance, okay? The third option is called a deferred disposition. With a deferred disposition, I take your plea and your request for a dismissal through a deferred. And if I grant it, then we put an order in place. We will give you an order that lists what is required to be done to gain the dismissal. If you do the things listed on your written order, you get a dismissal. So deferred disposition means deferred, delay. Disposition means to make final. I delay making your case final. And if you complete your order, I dismiss your ticket. It goes off your record. Here's the trick. Okay, listen carefully. In a Class C court like this one, you can ask the judge for a deferred. You can ask the prosecutor too, but you don't have to go to the prosecutor only. You can come to the judge and say, Judge, I'd like a deferred. And I can say yes or no. Okay. If the prosecutor is required, I'll let you know. But most cases, you can ask me directly. Okay. And how you do that is guilty or no contest. I'd like a deferred. It's that simple. Judges know this at the Class C level. Judges at higher level courts probably don't know this. Attorneys that don't come to municipal court very often, you just saw one. He went to the prosecutor to get a deferral. He could do that. That's fine. But you don't have to take an extra step. You can ask me directly. I'll consider it each and every time. Okay? All right. So deferral. That's all you have to remember. Say the word though, because when we're talking, if you don't say it, I assume you don't want it. And that's why I'm taking your time to explain it, because you're waiving an option if you don't make the request. And probably no one woke up thinking, I bet I can get a deferral from that judge. Okay. If you don't know about it, especially, you wouldn't have been thinking about it. Okay. So it's not just something we talk about around the supper table, right? Okay. So your fourth option is if you qualify to be in the teen court program. And I might have one or two people today who I think are qualified. If you're qualified to be in teen court, that's a way for a young person to take responsibility instead of the parent just coming in and making a payment. Okay. And what we know is if the young person takes responsibility and completes teen court with support and help from their parent, I'm not going to see them as likely as I am someone who comes in and their parents just pay. Okay. So I'll be pushing teen court because you're going to save money. You're going to keep it off your record. And I'm probably not going to see you again. And for me, that's a win. Okay. All right. The driver's safety course, I'll push on moving violations because people who do the course drive better. And that's a health issue. That's a safety issue, not just for the driver, but for everyone who drives out there with you. So I'll push that one a little bit too. You'll see me pushing people. We can't make you do these things, but they are highly incentivized financially. You save money when you do these things. The dismissal options are designed that way on purpose. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started. Raul Garcia, let me start with you. Can you get yourself unmuted again? I'm going to see if we can get that going. I know you're on a telephone. And Mr. Garcia, are you there? Yeah, I know, Miss Lowe, but you can't hear me. I know.
Okay, I unmuted them.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Garcia.
Hello, I apologize. I couldn't get the video thing going.
You're okay.
So,
You're okay.
yeah.
Listen, I reviewed your file before we started court, and your insurance, it started 2 days after the time of the stop. So I'm not able to do a dismissal. The
Well,
fine,
yes, ma'am, but if I may, I was stopped primarily first time because my tail light was not working properly.
yes,
So
I
I
understand.
couldn't drive to go get a insurance.
It doesn't
I
matter.
had to wait.
It doesn't matter, Mr. Garcia. I'm sorry to tell you that state law doesn't allow me to dismiss this charge. The
Okay.
fines that you've entered a plea of guilty. The fines and costs are $281. Do you need more than more than 30 days to make payment?
Yes, I do. I don't get paid to the first and the third.
Okay. So do you need more than 30 days to pay the balance of 281?
No, I'll be able to pay it on the third.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just grant you 30 days to make payment, up to 30 days, but you need to come in today to sign for that process.
Okay.
So
Go down to the clerk's office
you need to
at
swing
the
by
front.
go ahead.
Yeah, by the where she took my license and my insurance papers.
Yes,
Right
sir.
there?
Yes, sir. That's the municipal court.
Okay.
When will you be coming by today?
After I finish here.
Okay. We'll look for you around 9:30, 10. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good new year.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. And so then I'm moving forward with Samantha Olivencia Pabon. I'm nice, hopefully saying that right. There you are. Can you, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let me get your file pulled.
Mhm.
I did review your file. We're failing to report the change of address or name is an offense allegation from November 2nd. If the balance would be 181. I do need to let you know, I did review your file for a possible compliance dismissal. And unfortunately, I'm not able to do that in this case. The court date was missed. And so I'm not able to do it. But do you need more than 30 days to make payment?
No, I think I should do it in 30 days.
Okay. You'll need to come by the municipal court to sign for that so that you don't get a warrant. When can we look for you today?
After we're done here.
Okay. You should be able to just come to the clerk's window and get signed up, okay?
Okay.
Won't take very long. You are free to go. We'll see you here shortly.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to Caitlyn Castner.
I'm here.
Good morning, Miss Castner. How are you, ma'am?
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I reviewed everything. I didn't get a list of any income, and I didn't get a list of any bills. You're 20. Are you living with family?
No, I have my own apartment. living
Okay.
by myself.
The citation is a misrepresentation of age by a minor. This is alleged for December 4th. The fines and costs are $271. To that charge, I have a plea tentatively entered of no contest. Is that your plea today?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Are you working?
I am.
Okay. And do you have bills?
I do have rent,
Okay.
but I'm able to make that payment.
Sorry,
I'm able to make that payment.
in full today?
Yes.
Okay, I can lower your deferral to 90 days if you make payment today. There is a class, though, that I'm going to require. It's a life skills class. Give me a second to check with the clerk. What are my options on the number of hours? Okay. Before I impose sentence, Ms. Kastner, what happened here?
I did use someone else's ID.
And are you in school?
I am. I'm in college.
What are you studying to do?
Nursing.
Okay, this is one I can grant the deferred.
Okay.
I do need to let you know the misrepresentation of age by a minor is, I think, by the State Board of Nursing, but I want to fall shy of giving you legal advice.
Okay.
I want to tell you that I think that there's an issue because I think it's considered a crime of moral. I have no problem granting you deferred. I will require a class that you take online.
Mhm.
It's 12 hours. Okay. However, before I do that, do you want to talk to an attorney before you get started?
No.
I can give you time to meet with an attorney. This is true for everyone here. If you wish to do that, I can give you time to do that, to talk to someone about the impact on your career if you wish to do that. You know, I don't know what effect. I certainly wouldn't withdraw the deferral granting. If you
Okay.
did that, I would still grant the deferred. If you came back with or without an attorney and wanted the deferral, I would certainly grant it as long as you stay on time for court. But if you want the time to meet with an attorney first before you get started, I certainly would do that. So
Okay.
you tell me, do you want to think about it for a minute? Let me take someone back to you, or do you want to tell me now?
I'm not sure where I would get an attorney. So I don't.
I can't, we don't court appoint at the Class C level.
Yeah.
Because we're not sentencing jail. People can get warrants for not showing up. But because we don't sentence jail, we don't court appoint. But, people usually ask a friend or look in the elevator. But you would want someone really familiar with the deferral process and the licensing process. So it's up to you. I don't have a problem one way or the other. I would
Okay.
absolutely not mind if you wanted to take time to do it. I could give you a 2-week extension. We could reset this meeting. You could think about it, talk to someone, come back with or without them.
Okay.
What do you want? Or we could move forward today.
I think just move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead. Are you going to come up here to sign your paperwork?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Then what we'll do, what time should we look for you?
I'll be there before 11 today.
Okay. Then I will have this waiting at the front desk. You'll sign it. There'll be some class information for the class. You'll see on your order, it's a 12-hour class and your due date will be there. And the
Okay.
main thing is no more tickets, no more offenses during this time.
Yeah.
If you're then asked, have you ever been convicted of a crime of moral turpitude? The answer would be no, you weren't convicted. If you're asked, were you charged? The answer is yes, I was charged, but it was dismissed. If they further ask what happened or how was it dismissed, the answer is I successfully completed a deferral on a plea of no contest.
Okay.
We do a no contest. So that can help. All of those things add up to maybe being helpful. Okay. All right. So we'll have that at the front desk for you. Okay. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. Then I will let you go.
Okay.
And everything will be at the front desk.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I know she is. It's just. All right. So then I'm moving forward with Walter Huggins. And Mr. Huggins,
Yes, ma'am.
good morning. Can you get on screen?
Good morning. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, good morning, folks who just showed up. We'll be with you in a little bit. Mr. Huggins, can you get on screen?
I'm on it.
Your video's working. There you are. Good morning. It's just a little easier to communicate with you. How are you this morning?
How are you?
Having some trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
You're cutting in and out to the point that I cannot understand you. So maybe, yes, stop the video and let's try pure audio. Sometimes that helps with the bandwidth. So I did look at everything that you submitted. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Huggins. The rabies charge, that one is one that the prosecutor would need to do a dismissal. I can't do one directly. That has to be a recommendation because there is no, listen, there is no state law that allows for a dismissal once you're charged on that. I don't have plea forms, by the way, on him.
Okay.
And so you may not have put any in. So I can move you to the not guilty on that one if you want to talk to the prosecutor about that. On the failure to sterilize on time, the fine, listen carefully.
Mhm.
December 24th, you are charged with a failure to sterilize an animal. The fines and costs are $226. How are you pleading to the charge?
Guilty.
Okay. On the failing to notify of rabies shot, that's the one, if you want to talk to the prosecutor, I can move you to her docket. Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you trying to enter a plea and move forward?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Which thing?
The first thing.
Okay. So right now I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. If you change that at some point, that's fine. That
Okay.
one can kind of get changed down the line, but the guilty one, my question on that one is $226. Do you need more than 30 days to pay that one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What I need to do today is have you sign up for a 30-day payment arrangement on that one, up to 30 days. The fees won't go up. That's why I pushed that one first, is it saves you money. So that one I need you to come sign up for. And then the prosecutor option, that one I need you to come sign up for too. So
Okay.
when can you come to the clerk's desk?
I can come probably about 3 o'clock today.
Okay, we will look for you around 3. Won't take very long.
Okay.
But we'll have everything at the front desk for you. On the not guilty charge, we're going to reschedule you for a Zoom meeting like this one where you talk with Ms. Rice. Okay.
Okay.
We'll probably review it beforehand. Still need to plan to be here. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, Mr. Huggins, you're free to go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I've got a few people trying to come in. Let me just see. I need to see who they are. Hello on the telephone, area code 346, phone number ending 542. What is your name?
Cassandra Lowe.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lowe. I know you've been trying really hard and you've had some technical problems. Just stay on the phone and we'll be with you shortly, okay? I still have your
Yes.
place in line. You didn't lose your place in line, so don't worry, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then I had another phone caller, area code 254, phone number ending in 729. Could you tell me your name, please?
Darian Vance Gonzalez.
Okay, very good, Darian Vance Gonzalez. I will be with you shortly. I definitely have marked your place in line. Okay, and then moving forward with the next person, I need to talk to Kadarius Taplin. Mr. Taplin, are you there? Good morning. Can you unmute?
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm finding you.
Good. Listen, I got all your paperwork. I reviewed all of it, okay? I just
Yes,
need
ma'am.
I need to confirm your pleas on your cases, and then I want to just talk to you about options, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
These are some older cases, and it'll be great if we can get them going in the right direction, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a school zone charge from February 4th of 2016, and because the cases are in warrant, the balances are going to be pretty high right now. Is there any way that you could have the young person in the room maybe go in another room to play?
Yes, ma'am.
That would help because it probably isn't very loud for you, but on this end, they're louder than you. Thank you. And I know
Yes,
how
ma'am.
I know how these things are, but trust me, if you were here in the court, it would definitely be a problem. Here, we can kind of make more adjustments. So I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Just so I understand you, to that charge, you have pleaded guilty. The fines and costs are $431.60. Is guilty your plea at this time?
Guilty.
Okay. And then there's a no driver's license charge from November 8th of 2017. And the fines and costs are $284.70. And you have pleaded guilty. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there is a no driver's license charge from February 4th of 2016. And you have pleaded guilty. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And then there is a no insurance charge. It's sometimes called failure to maintain financial responsibility. It just means not having insurance. The date of stop is November 8th of 2017. The fines and costs are $417.30. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. And then moving forward, there is a February 4th, 2016 charge of an unrestrained child. To that charge, you have pleaded guilty. The fines and costs are $232.70. Is guilty your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then another insurance charge from February 4th of 2016. And the fines and costs are $417.30. And you have entered a plea of guilty. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And then there is one charge of not coming to court. We call it the violation of the promise to appear. You always sign for that ticket. That signature means it's like a PR bond by the side of the road. You're agreeing to come to court on time.
Yes.
Just one charge was filed. It's $395.20, and you have entered a plea of guilty. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there were two older cases from 2008. One is an assault by contact charge. The other is an affray charge, a fighting charge. Pleas were already entered. Those balances are going to be rolled into anything we do today. Okay.
Okay.
I also received, besides your plea papers, I also received, this sheet. It's income information and bills. And on your chart, on your paper, you're working at Jack in the Box. You didn't give me income and you didn't list any bills. Sometimes people do that because they don't know yet. Maybe they have a new job. Sometimes people don't realize I really need the information. You're paid every 2 weeks there. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm no longer working there.
Okay, so you're not working there.
No, ma'am.
Are you working at all right now?
No, ma'am, not right now.
Okay. And how long has it been since you last worked?
2 days.
2 days. Were you terminated or did you just find that it wasn't something you would be able to do?
It wasn't something that I was interested in.
Okay. So, and right now you're not working. Do you have any income?
I get disability.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that. What is the amount of your disability?
600.
And what is your disability?
I get SSI, so I wouldn't even know.
You don't know what your physical disability is?
No, ma'am.
Are you diabetic? Do you have physical health problems?
Yes, ma'am, I have physical health problems.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am, I have physical health problems.
Just not hearing that. Physical problems?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is I'm trying to figure out what to do in ordering maybe community service. I'm trying to figure out your disability. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
I'm able to do stuff now though. I've been working on it. So I can do community service.
Okay. Let me go ahead and calculate the hours that I would be looking for. Right now, your balances come to $3,062. And when we do community service, I actually give you triple credit. That turns into 153 hours. And we would start with 60 days to do some work. I would expect you might need more time, and that would be okay. But I need to kind of see how much you can get done in that time frame realistically. And I need to make sure you're hooking up to a provider that's appropriate. And I need to make sure that we are on the same page when you turn hours in. So it would
Yes,
be,
ma'am.
it would be 153 hours. Right now, the due date would be March 1st. And what
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
saying to you is if you need more time, what you do is you bring in the day before it's due or before, bring in what you've gotten done. Okay. Show me
Yes,
what,
ma'am.
turn it into the clerk, write me a letter, tell me how much more time you think you might need. And I'll
Yes, ma'am.
start working with you. And if I have a hold on your license, if that's one of the reasons that you haven't gotten the license, as soon as I get those hours in, I'll be able to release those cases. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So what I want you to do is get as much done as you can realistically do. Now, you're going to come by, you're going to sign for your hours. There'll be a form that you sign that says you understand that the city of Temple is one of the providers on the list.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you work with them, they don't have any coverage if you're injured. So pick according to what works best for you. Don't do things you can't do.
Yes, ma'am.
If your doctor says you can't do something, get it in writing and bring it to me. Otherwise, bring me your hours, find a place that you feel good with, go and get as much done as you can, turn it in and either ask for more hours, or if you turn them all in, then you're done. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, Mr. Taplin, we need you to come sign for everything. When should we look for you today?
Probably around like 11:30.
Okay, then we'll see you here. So we'll see you here at that time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I will recall your warrants today. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and so your warrants will be off after you come in and sign.
I won't have no warrants.
Right.
Thank God.
And then, I really want to release your license holds. So
Yes, ma'am.
get your hours done and stay in communication with me. Stay on time.
I surely will.
Okay, we'll see you before noon.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Mr. Taplin. You too.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so moving forward, Audrey Soto. And let me try to get you fully on screen. That would help. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Just one quick question I need to ask the clerk. Okay, wait right there. Audrey, is her contract on time? It looks like it. So there's a speeding charge. We are in the driver safety course option process. We needed not driver safety. We had a deferred disposition, and you had a driving safety course due originally November 8th. That got changed to November 26th. And we have a show cause today because we did not receive it.
Yes. The issue with that was I've taken the test 2 times online because I failed the first one and then I failed the second one. And I'm having financially problems. I couldn't afford the third one. So that's the only issue right now is I couldn't afford to retake the test again. So The
Okay.
ones that I failed, like I failed them like by 1 or 2 questions, and like I was almost there, but I did not pass the 2 tests that I had taken.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. This is deferred where the person just paid the one. Ms. Soto, could you tell me a little bit more about your financial situation?
I'm a single mother, and I'm not working. And the money that I got to take the test was I borrowed the money from a family member, and like I'm not working. Single mother, and I have 3 kids that I'm taking care of. And I borrowed the course. At first, the course was it's $25, so I paid for that. And then to retake the test, it was another $25, and to retake it again, it was another $25.
All right. Well, the show cause is for me to see if there was a reason why we didn't get what we needed. In your case, I think that I'm going to waive the requirement for class. Okay.
Okay.
And just allow your deferred to complete January 5th with a dismissal.
Okay, thank you. But I did pay for the ticket.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a requirement, but we're not trying to get that fulfilled because you've already done it.
Okay.
And I'm just making a note. So at this time, I'm waiving the requirement for the class.
Thank you so much.
And I will let you go with the thanks of the court.
I'm sorry, my phone broke up. I couldn't hear you.
I will let you go now with the thanks of the court.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so moving forward. Let me see. Alfredo Roja or Rocha, however you like to say it, is how I would like to say it.
Alfredo Ortiz Rocha.
Rocha. Okay. You have a phone on as well. You have a phone on as well.
I do.
All right. It looks like we've got the interference stopped, so that's very helpful. Okay, so Mr. Rocha, the request I received was for teen court, and we do have proof of enrollment. I had extended you to do a course by December 8th was the original date. I gave you until today to complete your course for teen court. Do I have it here at the court?
I thought you said if I get my license, we don't have to do teen court.
Let me look and see. Yes, I'm sorry, I've got you confused. Did you turn it into the clerk?
Yes, ma'am. And I got it right here too. She has it on file.
Okay, let me look and see. Yes. We're in the middle of changing to a new prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
The option I gave you allows for dismissal under the current or the previous prosecutor's memo, if you follow me. She creates certain memos that allow for certain types of dismissals where state law doesn't allow it. I believe, but I don't have a written confirmation of this yet, that the current prosecutor is going to follow that same pattern. But what I need to do, because I don't have it back from her yet, she's gotten swamped with a lot of things. So you're kind of in between the rock and the hard place. But I'm going to reschedule you for her docket right now in a couple of weeks. Let's see, for January 13th. And she'll probably review it beforehand. However, you're going to have to log back in for that meeting. If she decides that she's not doing it anymore, the way that we thought when we signed you up for that process, then you'd still be eligible for teen court, which would require that you get that license. So you're still heading in the right direction, okay? The question is, can we get the easy dismissal? And I would think you would want that first. So I'm going to schedule you for her docket so that she can review it. Because legally speaking, I don't have authority to sign that dismissal now, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Like the law went into limbo overnight. So I need you to actually sign for this reset. We can do it through email. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
That'll work, right? Email. Yeah. So we'll send that link to you today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll have that to you shortly.
All right.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for understanding. I know it's unusual, but really it happens.
And I understand.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So the next person is actually Miss Lowe. And I know Miss Lowe has been having some technical problems, but she's still here. Ms. Lowe, good morning. Can you unmute to talk to me? Ms. Lowe? Good morning, Ms. Lowe. Ms. Lowe on the phone call?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on here.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, ma'am.
Good. Well, you've been a very patient person this morning, trying to get in and out of the meetings and having technical problems. And I've watched you. I know you've been very diligent. Ms. Lowe, you had entered pleas on your cases. And let me just kind of do a recap for you. We have several charges. One is a stop August 31st of 2015. And there is a speeding charge from that date. The fines and costs are $399.10. You have entered a plea of no contest. Is that your plea today?
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Okay. And then another plea on a charge that was filed called violating the promise to appear. That means just not turning up for court on time. The notice of that was on the ticket that you were handed. And you have entered a plea of guilty to that charge. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there is a charge October 6th of 2021 for unsafe backing, and the fines and costs are $234. And I have a plea of guilty on that charge. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then a no driver's license charge from that same stop, and the fines and costs are $181. And I have that you have entered a plea of guilty. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I reviewed your financial information flow and found that it would be difficult for you to make payment, and legally speaking, that I should be ordering community service. But I also noted your comment to me on your form, hey, I have health problems, and I need to hear a little bit more about that. Could you describe that situation to me just a little bit for purposes of making an intelligent order in your case?
Yes, ma'am. I had a stroke in 2017, and I had They said that I had like 8 minor strokes, and then when I had the big stroke, I was rushed to the hospital. I damaged like one side of my brain, so I had to learn how to walk, talk, speak. And I went to therapy and seen Dr. Sino. And from there, my spine, he had to, he was giving me shots in my knees, both of my knees and my back for the arthritis.
Okay.
And I take a lot of different medication. I'm on what you call that? It's for my diabetic and high blood pressure.
Okay.
And then I take 3 or 4 different pain medicine. I can get my medication and tell you what it is if you like. And every now and then I forget things, but my husband and my kids, they remind me off and on if I haven't took my medicine.
Does your
But
husband work?
Yes, ma'am.
Where
He's
does
a
he work?
manager he's a manager at Arby's.
Okay.
And that's about it. Just have a
Okay.
little speech problem, forget things, and
Okay.
I
You have
take
also, okay. You've also requested a payment plan of $100 a month. I could do a payment arrangement of $50 a month, and I could reduce some of the money, the fines. Do you think that you could pay $50 a month?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. I want to recall your warrants today and also set up a $50 a month payment arrangement. So my question is, when can you come by the court today to sign for your payment arrangement so that I can recall your warrants so that you don't have warrants anymore?
I can come right now. I'll have to wake my husband up and let him so he can bring me down there.
Okay. If you could get here by, say, noon, would that work?
Yes, ma'am. Could it be before noon?
Yes, that'd be fine. Just whenever you get here before noon, anytime is fine. Can you make a $50 payment today?
I can make it on the 3rd.
Okay, so we'll start
I give my-
January 3rd. I believe January 3rd. Let me just double check. That'll be fine, January 3rd.
Because
Okay,
I'll get a check like on the 1st. That's a $37 check. And then on the 3rd, I get a $7.94.
I understand. So what we're going to do is have you come sign today, recall your warrants today, and your payment doesn't begin until January 3rd, $50 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to let you hang up now, and we will see you at the clerk's desk where you came before, anytime this morning before noon, okay?
The court desk. Okay. Yes, ma'am. And this is where you pay your water bill?
Yes, right next to, in the same building.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you, Miss Lowe. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy New Year. I'll be right with y'all. On the BPTA, we're going to take the fine. And on the older students, and then leave it. Thank you. So I'm moving forward Joshua Torres. Good morning, Mr. Torres. You'll have to unmute. I would like to hear you.
Oh, yes. Hello. Hello, Judge.
Hi. I did receive everything that you submitted today. What I received first, I want to walk you through just kind of my process. There's a no insurance charge November 16th of 2021. The fines and costs would be $281. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, and then there's an expired registration charge. The fines and costs are $151. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm still going to ask. Have you no longer have the vehicle, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So it wasn't able to get registered, right?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. I also had a request for community service. I'm not going to be able to grant that. You are working at Datamars, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But I can schedule a payment plan. You also made a request for a payment plan of $75 a month. I could do that. I could go to $50 if you wanted to take longer to do it.
Okay.
What's your thought?
Yes, ma'am. We'll do the 50.
Okay. Can you make a payment today?
No, ma'am. I get paid on the 5th.
Okay, we can begin on January 5th. And you're here in Temple, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, in fact, you're just right around the corner.
Yes, ma'am. 5 minutes
so
away.
I need to have you come sign for your payment plan. And we will spell out your payments. And you can pay them online or you can pay them here. When can we look for you to come in today?
In about 5 minutes.
Okay, don't rush because we need to get the paperwork ready.
Yes, ma'am.
But I will try to have everything at the front desk. Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Torres.
You have a good Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And so just moving forward, let's see, we had Miss Lowe. Darian, Miss Lowe, I think we're good to hang up.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. You?
I'm fine. So, Mr. Vince Gonzalez, right? Is that your name?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. So I reviewed everything and let's see, you're on a telephone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where is your mom or dad?
I'm sitting right here, ma'am.
Okay. Could you identify yourself, please, by name?
My name's Jorge Vance Gonzalez.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez. I just, the thing is, I am able to proceed, but I just needed to identify you. Can I get your date of birth?
Well, you on his or mine?
Yours.
May 30th, 1975.
I have his. But see, he's a minor. So I have to confirm that I have a parent, to the best of my ability. This is a failure to control speed. And Darian, this failure to control speed charge is from December 8th, and the fines and costs are $264. Did you understand the pleading options of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
To the charge of failing to control speed, you have submitted a written plea of no contest. Is that your plea today?
I'm sorry, you cut out, ma'am. Can you say that again?
Yes, to the charge, Darian, of failure to control speed, you have entered a plea of no contest in writing. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have made a request for teen court. And with teen court, there's a $20 fee. Can you pay the $20 fee in cash today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I'm going to require a course, a driving course. And that course will be due 30 days from today, February 1st. And I need you to come up to the court today to sign for your teen court paperwork. And a parent must come and sign too. What time can we look for you?
Right after this, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have everything at the front desk.
Yes, ma'am.
Marion, do you have any questions about what you need to do today and looking forward to gain your dismissal?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm going to let you go. Drive safely.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I do get a question for you. The driving course, is that going where would that be located? And is that something you guys do that we have to sign up when we go there?
So we don't do it because we're not in that business, but what we'll do is provide you with a list of places. You will, Darian, have to do it either live or online. I accept both, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And there will be written information in your teen court packet in order to get that done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any further questions?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay,
ma'am, I think we're good.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year's.
Bye-bye. Seeing no further persons,